AITA for blowing up at my sister after she said my miscarriage was karma? A few months ago, I, 31, suffered a traumatic miscarriage. It's been one of the most difficult moments of my life, but I'm getting through it slowly. Me and my sister Emma's, 29, relationship sort of fell apart a few years ago after an incident. We still talk, but it's rare, and she still acts snarky towards me, but I'm not towards her. My parents have tried to talk to her, but she doesn't want to hear it. She didn't reach out to me at all after hearing news of my miscarriage, which really hurt. We had family dinner recently, Emma was there, and I was sort of saying to Mom that even my friends sent a card or checked in with me to see how I was doing, but not a word from Emma. Emma got a bit defensive after hearing that, but I thought it was the end of that. Fast forward a couple weeks, I get a text from Emma saying she sent a card for me. I get the card, and inside, she wrote, "Karma is your boyfriend, stings right?" I'm a big Taylor Swift fan, so it's referencing her song. I was shocked Emma could be so outwardly cruel. We had a big fight over the phone, and I said she needs to get over shit and realize the world doesn't revolve around her. It's all blown up a bit now. My husband and parents are thankfully being supportive of me and telling Emma to apologize, but my youngest sister is on Emma's side. So, am I the a-hole? Editor's note. Comments were wondering if there were missing reasons and what the incident was. Well, someone claiming to be the sister responds on the same day via comment. Hi. I scroll on this sub sometimes and just came across this post. The OP, and this is my sister, I'm Emma. And it seems Sister Dearest isn't putting the whole info on here about why we don't have a good relationship, so let me tell you. My fiancé died, along with my sister-in-law and her boyfriend, in a car wreck. Just a few weeks before his death, I'd found out I was pregnant. My sister chose not to come to the funeral because she went to a concert with her friends. She said she couldn't not go, and when I called her out, she called me an attention seeker, said I was jealous of her, and I was pretending to be pregnant to get even more attention. I was a pregnant 24-year-old who just lost their partner, and all I wanted was my big sister to be with me. After she came back from this trip, we didn't talk for a while, then she gave a half-assed apology about how she didn't know better. I didn't give a fuck. I know where she stood when she said all those things to me and ditched me on the worst day of my life, so I also told her where I stood, which is I don't accept her apology. We have very limited contact now outside of family dinners and things like this. I didn't attend her wedding, and I don't invite her to my kids' events or anything like that. I did hear about the miscarriage, which is sad, but I don't have any feelings outside of that. I didn't want to contact her, so I didn't. At my parents' house, she was complaining to Mom about how I didn't acknowledge her during this time, so I sent the card that my behavior towards her is karma for her behavior towards me. I don't mind whether people agree with what I did or not. I don't regret it, but I wanted to give the context. Editor's note 2. The OP does reply to some other comments, confirming the sister's version while trying to downplay it. Here are some highlights. Her partner and his sister passed in an accident, and I was unable to attend the funeral. I apologized at the time because I couldn't make the time, but she always still acts snarky. I didn't attend a funeral, so she's still holding a grudge against me. Editor's note 3. Redditors felt the story was familiar and traced it back to a post made 11 months ago by a deleted user. Thankfully, it got reposted to r/AMI the devil, where Automod saved the original text. Do note that the story below does contain inconsistencies with the AITA post, namely passage of time. One says it happened years ago, another says months and ages, but I thought it had enough similarities that it's worth adding here. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I can't attend my brother-in-law's funeral? My 23F sister, 28F husband recently passed away in an accident. This is a shock and absolutely devastating for us. The funeral is coming up soon. I'm sure all of you know Taylor Swift is currently on tour, and tickets for that were notoriously difficult to get. I've been a fan since I was a kid. My first ever concert was her Red tour. Her music has gotten me through some of my hardest moments and also part of my best memories. It might sound dramatic to some people, which is fine, but I truly feel Taylor and her music is a massive part of my life and shaped who I am. Me and my friend managed to get tickets to the Eras tour. The funeral is the date of our show. We want to get to the stadium by 5 at the latest. It'll take about 40 to 50 minutes to get there, possibly more depending on traffic. And of course, I also have to get ready before that and have a specific outfit/costume I'm planning to wear. The funeral is in the afternoon and the timing is very close. I wouldn't be able to make it to the stadium in time. I told my sister gently, I'm sorry, but I can't make it to the funeral. She didn't take this well at all and completely went off at me, calling me selfish and a bunch of other things. I get she's grieving, so she's probably saying things without thinking, but even our parents are calling me unsupportive and selfish for not coming.